Orcs, creatures of the night, the stuff of nightmares, villains in our stories. From Tolkien to Warcraft, orcs captivate us. Savage, brutal, driven by war. What if this became reality? Humans turning into monsters. Skin turns green, teeth sharpen, bodies grow muscular. The transformation is painful, messy and chaotic. The dawn of a new era. Sci-fi explores human transformation. Movies, books, TV shows. Orc transformation hits differently, taps into primal fears, challenges our humanity. Is it possible? What happens next? How would we adapt? Let's get one thing straight. The transformation from human to orc would be a biological nightmare. We are talking about a fundamental shift in our DNA, a rewiring of our genetic code. Imagine bones thickening, muscles swelling, skin turning a vibrant green. Imagine our teeth sharpening, our jaws becoming powerful enough to crush stone. The science behind this is complex. We could speculate about viral mutations, environmental triggers, or even genetic engineering gone wrong. Perhaps a dormant gene, hidden within our DNA for millennia, suddenly reactivates. Maybe a new element enters our ecosystem, triggering unforeseen mutations. Whatever the cause, the effects would be undeniable. Our bodies, honed by millennia of evolution for intelligence and dexterity, would become instruments of brute force. This transformation would not be uniform. Some individuals might resist the change, their human DNA clinging on. Others might transform completely, embracing their inner orc. The world as we know it would be thrown into chaos. Hospitals would be overwhelmed. Governments would collapse. The very fabric of society would unravel as humanity grapples with its new monstrous reflection. Picture this: cities lie in ruin, crumbling under the weight of neglect. The remnants of human civilization are scattered. In their place rise rough-hewn structures, built for strength, not beauty. This is the world orcs would inherit, a world reshaped in the image of their primal nature. Orcs, as we imagine them, are creatures of instinct and hierarchy. Strength determines leadership. Loyalty binds them to their tribes. Their societies reflect a rigid social structure based on power and kinship. Imagine warlords ruling over clans, their authority challenged by strength. But orcs are not just mindless brutes. They are capable of strategy, cunning, and cooperation. Their societies, though harsh, are built on shared survival. They master their environment, secure resources, and defend against rivals. This new world order is a far cry from the human world we know. It is a world of constant struggle where survival is a daily battle. But it is also a world of raw power, primal instinct, and ancient connection. Section 4. The Iron Grip Environmental Impact of Orcs. The transformation of humans into orcs wouldn't just reshape society, it would have a profound impact on the environment. Imagine the increased demand for resources. Orcs with their larger bodies and more physically demanding lifestyles would require more food, more water, more space. Forests would be felled to fuel their fires and build their settlements. Animals would be hunted to extinction to satisfy their hunger. Rivers would be dammed and diverted to irrigate their crops. The delicate balance of nature would be thrown into disarray. But orcs, for all their destructive tendencies, are not divorced from nature. They are products of it, shaped by the same evolutionary forces that created all life on Earth. They would adapt. They would learn to exploit their environment efficiently, to utilize every resource, to waste nothing. This adaptation might not be pretty. It might involve practices we humans would consider brutal or unsustainable. But it would ensure the survival of their kind. And in the process, it might even lead to new, unexpected forms of ecological balance. Section 5. Orc versus human, a tale of two species. In this new world, two distinct species would vie for dominance, humans and orcs. The relationship between them would be complex, a volatile mix of fear, resentment, and perhaps even grudging respect. Humans, with their intellect and ingenuity, would represent the old world clinging to the remnants of their civilization. Orcs, with their physical prowess and primal instincts, would represent the new order, a force of nature reshaping the world in their image. Conflicts would be inevitable, fueled by prejudice, competition for resources, and the bitter sting of displacement. Humans might resort to guerrilla tactics, using their knowledge of technology and their understanding of orcish weaknesses to their advantage. Orcs, in turn, would rely on their superior strength and numbers, overwhelming human resistance with brute force, but there would also be room for cooperation. Trade could emerge, with humans offering their technological expertise in exchange for orcish protection or resources. Alliances might even be forged, based on mutual need and a shared understanding of the dangers they both faced. Section 6. The Orcish Paradox, Boon or Bane. The transformation of humans into orcs presents a fascinating paradox. On the one hand, it represents a loss of reason, a descent into barbarism. We could lament the loss of human art, culture, and intellect. We could mourn the destruction of the world we built. But there's another side to this coin. The orcish transformation could also be seen as a liberation. It could free us from the shackles of our self-imposed limitations. It could unleash a primal strength and resilience we never knew we possessed. Orcs, for all their savagery, are often depicted as possessing a raw honesty, a directness that humans lack. They live by a simple code: strength, loyalty, survival. In a world ravaged by environmental catastrophe and societal collapse, these might be the very qualities needed to survive. The question is not whether the transformation into orcs would be good or bad. The question is, how would we adapt? Would we embrace our inner orc, or would we cling to the fading embers of our humanity? Section 7. The moral compass navigating an orcish future. The ethical implications of a human-to-orc transformation are staggering. What happens to our sense of morality, of empathy, of compassion when we become the monsters? Do these qualities disappear entirely, or do they manifest in new, unexpected ways? Would orcs, with their strong sense of tribalism, develop their own code of ethics, one based on loyalty, strength, and the survival of the group? Could they learn to coexist with humans, or would their differences prove insurmountable? These questions have no easy answers. The transformation into orcs would challenge our very understanding of what it means to be human. It would force us to confront the darkness within ourselves, to acknowledge the potential for both savagery and nobility that resides within us all. The future of an orcish Earth is uncertain. It could be a dystopian nightmare, a brutal struggle for survival in a ruined world, or it could be a new chapter in our evolution, a chance to reconnect with our primal roots and forge a new path for our species. The choice, ultimately, would be ours, or rather theirs.